As suggested by its name, Mountain Pass serves as a road from Rock Village on the coast to the volcanic village of the Red Sage. While largely devoid of notable features beyond the serene nature on display, the history of the pass may run as deep as the roots of the mountain that it runs through. How did it come to be? What way did the Precursors use it in times long forgotten? And how is it used in modern times? In today's episode, we explore what could be the history of Mountain Pass. Stretching from Klaww's Roost adjacent to Rock Village and winding its way through alpine valleys, the Mountain Pass forms the only apparent route to the volcanic crater, the domain of the Red Sage. As theorized in the Rock Village episode, the people of Rock Village may very well have been a mining people. Many a hard-working villager or stonemason may very well have been itching to take their pickaxes to the riches under the mountain, and the pass offered them a direct line to get there. Some of these same villagers may have taken up residence within the volcano in their pursuit of riches, or when fleeing the wrath of Klaww. The terrain was rough, but not innavigable. In its day, the route would have been alive with merchants, workers, explorers, travelling with carts laden with rare ore, artifacts claimed from within the volcano, from atop it, and from deeper beneath it. The marketplace of Rock Village would be teeming with these tradesmen, natives of Rock Village and the volcano both. But who from the volcanic crater could the people of Rock Village trade with, you may ask, other than the Red Sage himself? As seen in the Design Bible map, Volcanic Crater may have been intended to be a more fully fledged village, as opposed to a simple dwelling for the Red Sage alone. A number of villagers may have taken up residence here in another time, seeking to unearth the wealth that the mountain had to offer. By allowing trade to take place, the Mountain Pass acted as a veritable lifeline between villages. The chaos of recent times may have severed this connection, however, as the ground gives way to treacherous falls. This gap may once have been bridged by the villages, or it may have been recently opened up by cave-ins, or by lurker mischief. Perhaps it was even collapsed purposefully by the Red Sage, in a bid to impede lurkers travelling on foot. Whatever we know of modern times, we can only speculate on how the Mountain Pass may have been used by Precursors in ages past. But first, let us muse on how the pass may have been formed to begin with. In the shadow of the volcano, a primordial rocky landscape spreads. Robots wielding yellow eco-weaponry blast huge valleys clean through the rock, envisioning alpine splendor that will grow over the eons, nourished by volcanic ash. Fueled by the yellow eco-vent, the piping of which runs like an artery through the mountains, to the highest peaks where those golden flames coalesce in the yellow eco-generator. Rock sometimes interferes with their work, whether from rubble or landslides caused by zealous applications of red eco. This rock would likely have been rectified by the Precursors, but having hidden away for eons, this valley would likely need some adjustments. In the course of deep time, Mountain Pass might have been called a work in progress by the Precursors, as with many other locations in this world. A swift application of yellow eco by the robots would clear up any inconvenient pebbles such as this. For finishing at least a fraction of the Precursors' work, we're rewarded with a power cell and a shortcut. Like in Fire Canyon, transpads may have been used to store swift skimmer craft, for the Precursors to travel swiftly and survey their work with their own eyes, or to transport parts and machinery, spurred onward by regular blue eco infusions. As the Precursors carved their way through the landscape, they likely dreamed of doing much the same in other directions. The lava tube may have been another example, carved through the earth and left unstable, either purposefully or with not enough time left to stabilize it and render it habitable before the Precursors hid away. The linchpin in this grand operation, Volcanic Crater, would lay the foundation for the abundant fiery force needed for such large-scale sculpting of the land. Whether it began as a mountain and was transformed into a volcano, or began as such, we can only muse as always. Join me next episode as we move to the heart of the mountain and explore the sweltering heat of Volcanic Crater.